Alright everyone, WeaponCollector here. Alright, I've got a new build for you. So today's build is actually going to be a series of videos revolving around the game The Last of Us 2. If you've never played it, it's well worth playing, really good. And it's got some really good weapons in it actually. So this build, I'm going to make the spiked sort of club thing that the Scars use, and that as the two main characters you get to use as well. So I'll be making mine from this piece of old, it's a bit of hardwood from my old front door. I've made loads of things out of this wood. Yeah, it's really good. So I'll be making my version. I may actually make two, because in the game you can do a standard version and a modded version. I might make the standard version and a modded version if I've got enough of the sort of hobnails, which I'll explain later. And also joining in this is Peach, who used to be Peach in Video Base. He is going to join in later in the series when I start doing the other videos to do with the weapons and doing some sort of cosplay, roleplay sort of stuff. Yeah, and he's also making some of the weapons, so you'll see some of his. So if he doesn't do individual videos, I will show you Peach's versions of the ones I make, because we're not making all of the same ones, but he has made this same club, so I'll show you his as well. So yeah, I've shown you a picture of what it looks like. I'm going to start shaping this as best I can, because it's not going to be exactly the same, because I haven't got the, I just have to use whatever I've got basically. So I'm going to start cutting this now to the basic shape what I need. Right, so this is going to be the basic shape, if you can see that. So there's the handle going up, and that's just what I'm going to cut out first, and then I may refine the shape slightly, but that'll be the basic shape to start with. Right, so I've done the basic shape. I've just had to tape this bottom bit on because I split a bit off, but I can just glue that back on alright anyway. So now I'm going to put it in the vise and start shaping it with these old spoke shaves, taking off the sides and curving it round to the shape it's supposed to be. Right, mine's probably going to be a little bit more sort of paddle shaped than the real one. The real one's sort of more like a head of a baseball bat. It depends saying that though, because if you look at different pictures it looks slightly paddly and sometimes it doesn't. But this will still do the job. So I'm going to keep shaping it, and then it'll be ready to sand and then put the nails in. You probably won't get them, you probably could have got a mask on. So what I'm going to do next is put the nails in, and ideally I would have used hobnails, but hobnails are really expensive for what they are. So the best I could do were upholstery nails that look like that. Now it's not going to be as strong as a hobnail, but if you can get these nicely seated in really firmly, they should be pretty strong, because there's not really going to be any sort of pressure going to the sides. It's all going to be on the top, so it'll just be pushing them in more. So they should be okay. You can get, I think it's 50 of those for about 12 quid. And that sounds a lot, but that's a lot cheaper than hobnails, which I think you could get about, there's almost £1 a piece, which is way too expensive. So I'm going to roughly mark out where I want them, and depends how hard this wood is, I may need to drill. Let's try one quickly. Try to get on a nice hard surface, firm surface. We'll hammer one in and see what it goes like. Hopefully this is the right bit. Funny, they want a sort of twist as you nail them in. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. So I shall carry on now, nailing those in. Right, quite happy with that. That will do for what I've got and what I need to do. So I just now need to varnish it basically and stain it. So, or the other way around, you know. Right, I'm going to use dark brown leather dye, and then I'll have to decide later how I'm actually going to finish the wood. Because sometimes I've noticed that varnish sometimes reacts with the leather dye in a funny way. It sort of turns green, but it may just be because I often don't let it dry properly. It's probably really the reason. So I'm going to carry on doing this. Yeah, that's going to look nice actually, look at that. So I'll carry on, and won't take long for this to be finished really. You'll have to excuse the heater, it's really cold out here. I need it to sort of soften the wax a bit, so I'm going to wax this. Right, there you go, one Scars studded club. Easy to make really, don't take long. In all honesty, the longest part of this whole entire build was cutting the piece of wood down the length of it with a handsaw. You could use hobnails if you can get them, but I think these upholstery nails will be just as good. I'm quite happy with that. It's about the right length as well, about as long as the one in the game looks about as long as Abby's arm, and this is about as long as my arm. Slightly different shape, but I don't really think that matters. You'd still get the same effect. There you go. So before you go, there'll be a little bit more footage. There will be some HD pictures of this one, and if I get them in time, Peach's version as well. I'll also do some comparisons with the game version, and then in a later date I'll show you my whole collection of the Last of Us 2 weapons and do some demos with them, smashing up things like coconuts, melons, all things like that. I've got a test dummy that I can smash his head in. So yes, there will be some tests of this coming soon, but I want to make all the rest of the weapons first. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, definitely subscribe if you like this kind of thing, and if you do subscribe and want to see future videos, make sure you click the bell. Right, don't go yet though, because as I said, there's still some HD images coming afterwards, so you can have a nice good look at this. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to watch the rest of the video. See you later.